We are here at Innovation Days, so you're the first person that I'm interviewing here at the Innovation Days.
What an honor.
I think we are more honored because we are here.
Come on.
Right? Yeah. So, how's life?
Life is good. Yeah, I'm very happy to be back. It's been 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years, a lot of things happened, not only technology-wise, but also with people, with the world and all that. And it's so fantastic to be back, to see all the guys. I just walked in, and haven't seen some of the guys, from abroad, I haven't seen for a while. For example, yesterday, our general manager from Hunkeler Asia Pacific.
Okay.
He lives in Patrick Lehmann, you know him?
Yeah.
He lives in Hong Kong,
So you haven't
He's
seen
so
him,
back.
of course, yeah.
He's so happy to be back.
And I mean, when we walked the halls just before, it is like, as I said to you, I remember them smaller. And actually, it's a quite big hall here, and it's now already starting to fill up with technology, right?
Yeah, there will be more spots actually required.
Yeah.
But it's good like that. Yeah, you're right.
And I think one of the major changes from 4 years ago till today is that where Hunkeler and the inkjet world was maybe a little bit more into the transactional world, now the book world and commercial print is really taking on, right?
Absolutely more. I just looked at the figures. I talked to the CEO, Erni, about that. Actually, also yesterday. And in 2018, the year before we had the last Innovation Days, our percentage of turnover for transactional at that time was 49%. And now in 2022, last year, it's 1/4. It's like 22% even. So that's how it moved, Of course, we're growing, in general, we're growing in turnover, so absolute.
So you have also been able to grow your entire business at the same time?
Yes, 36% at that time.
Wow,
compared
that's amazing.
from 2018 to 2022,
Wow.
we're growing 36 in turnover.
Yeah.
Not talking about profit here, Morten.
No. But I take that also getting from into the commercial print market where the requirements on the binding equipment is maybe even tougher, then you have to put more money into R&D, right?
Yeah, this is. I mean, we've constantly invested in R&D about 50% of our turnover, which was growing.
Oh.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And that's exactly one of the reasons why he said, graphic arts, publishing and all that, those customers, I mean, of course, transactional customers are very demanding as well, but that's even another level, and you got to be ready for that with great products, and especially when you're out in the field, with the service, after sales and stuff. Got a lot to do there.
And do you believe that you can continue growing?
I believe that. Yeah. No. We are. For
You are,
sure.
okay,
I mean,
yeah.
our strategy
So
at least
that's not
says
even
it.
a question, right?
No, we have to. No.
Yeah.
And especially with new fields, as we're going to show here, you've probably seen it, or we announced that Hunkeler also has a new sub-brand, the Smart Logistics Solutions, where we're going to show a solution here live, and we have many more solutions to come. And stuff like that. It's just new things.
And now you can actually tell me, because when we were visiting Hunkeler
Exactly.
a few years ago, Jan and I actually saw the prototype of the logistics, and you said you can't film it, right? But now we can film it, right?
And you kept quiet. Thanks for that, Morten.
Of course. I mean, otherwise we would not be here, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's great to hear that you have all these fantastic positive things on both revenue growth and also the technology path that you have chosen. I was thinking that one of the news releases or press releases I saw last year that was like a kind of a whoa moment for me was that you were changing your role within Hunkeler, right?
That's correct, yeah.
What was the reaction? I mean, didn't you get a lot of reactions?
I got a lot of reaction, and people asking the exact same question. Well, why did you do that, and what's the reason? I've had some health issues, to be very open with you in that, which is under control now. I'm doing very well. And besides that, we decided actually to move on. I wanted to also, just like Stefan does, take care more of strategic topics, take care more of our stakeholders, partners, customers, of course, and that's why I decided together with Stefan that we're going to hand over the CEO position to Erni. Erni has been in the company for a couple of years as sales director. He's done a tremendous job. He's a nice guy, perfect fit to not only the company but also to the family. He carries on the family values and so on.
But how is it? Because I mean, last year you had your 100th anniversary, right?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, you and Stefan's father is still alive and well, and was it 80 year he turned last year, or?
Franz is going to turn 81 next Monday.
Next Monday?
27th, yes.
Okay. So on Monday we have to sing a birthday song.
Oh,
for
you
him.
have to, sure.
Yeah. No, so I was just thinking that basically, if you think of 100 years, you and Stefan is the third generation or fourth generation?
It's correct, yeah.
Yeah. And then your father is still. I mean, how is it to hand over the keys to a non-family member?
Well, this is special. This is special. But I tell you, it's only an intermediate thing because there's more Hunkelers to come, you know. Stefan has 2 kids. I have 2 kids.
And they are active in the company, or?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Are they too young, or are they just getting training from other companies?
No, they have to, how do you say that, first get their own experience, you know, in other companies, and they want that also, you know. But
did you also, because I mean, you and Stefan obviously have been like running a pair. Yeah. So did you also have some kind of experience before you joined Hunkeler?
You mean, did we work somewhere else, or?
No, did you work anywhere else before Hunkeler?
Oh, yeah, I have. I was in the consumption industry.
Okay.
Yeah, after university, I was about 7-8 years. I was marketing sales in different food and beverage companies, yes.
So you got like that experience, and were you able to take some of that knowledge and bring it into how Hunkeler works today, or?
In terms of like management skills, I did, you know, how to treat employees and all that, and analytical tasks, yes. But I did not, when I entered the company, I did not have any idea about machines. I was in the board of director.
Yeah.
Couple of years, of course.
So you saw the names of the machines, and you could see the machines on the show floor and with customers, but you didn't know the technology itself.
No, of course I knew a little bit, but yeah. But I had to learn a lot. Yes.
So I was just wondering, because I mean, with Donnie as the new CEO of the company, does that mean there's a change of direction? Because I mean, basically, you and Stefan is on the board, and you put out the more like strategic directions of the company, and he's more like in the operation, I guess, right?
Yes, he is, of course, all the strategic stuff. I mean, he's also responsible for the strategy, but finally we decide on the strategy, you know, where we want to go, what we want to invest, and so. But yeah, he's very close, and that's a good match, you know.
Where do you see Hunkelers in the future? I mean, you have, as I said before, it's actually with 100 years history. Basically, when you started 100 years ago, it was more like a reseller kind of thing, and then it turned into be a machine manufacturer, and then it was like in sheets, and then it went into the web-based transaction. I mean, I have studied a little bit about your history, and I was just wondering where do you see the next move for Hunkeler when you still foresee growth?
Well, as I mentioned before, you know, the value chain within the print industry can be expanded. And one of the things we're already doing, and we're going to do a lot of things within the next couple of years, as I said before, is logistics concepts.
Yeah.
You know, how to transport.
Is that a very competitive market, or can you deliver something that is new and interesting?
It is. I mean, there's other companies that do robotic things. I mean, Hunkeler used to show a robotic solution also, you know, to carry on products from A to B. And so on, and there is competition, of course, but the things we have in mind is unique.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be bringing a lot of value to our existing customer, but also to new customers.
Okay. And that is, of course, always like, if you can sell to existing customer, a little bit easier because they know you and your quality.
Absolutely.
But also bringing new products into like new types of areas of business is, of course, interesting. I was just wondering, when you and Stefan, he was the CEO and then you became the CEO, has there any... Even when you were kids, were there like a competition between the two of you?
Always the competition.
Always competition.
Oh, we together with Franz, my father, and my older brother Donnie, and my sister.
So you pushed the boundaries all the time?
We play a lot of competition. We were sports people, you know. He played handball, I did and stuff, and we did a lot. Play ping pong. You know, he always thought he was better than me, and when I was really young, you know, I'm 6 years older, younger than my brother. He kicked my butt at that time, you know, but becoming older, of course, I won all the time.
Of course. And that was why you became the CEO, right?
Exactly. That's it. Yeah. On the ping pong table. Yes.
Or should I ask Stefan about that?
Yeah, ask him. He'll say the contrary.
Yeah.
He say he always kicked my butt.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
About my expression.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So basically, the competitiveness between you, has that always been in something that has driven both you as persons and the company forward, or has it also had? I'm not asking if it's been like negative, but I think that I remember when I was a kid, for example, my younger brother, he wanted to play trumpet, and I played the trumpet. It was for me very easy to play the trumpet. For him, it was very difficult, right? So he kind of gave up. So there was like a competition that drove him into cars and me into print, basically, right? I was just wondering if there was like anything that has given you different skill sets in where you found your successes.
Yeah, I mean, he's been another CEO, or when he was a CEO, he did it differently than when I did. Daniel now will do it different, stuff like that. But everybody had his good sides, I would say, you know, and changes are always good for a company. You never should stand still and stuff, you know. And
as we spoke about before we made this agreement about this interview, we also could talk about some of the things with your illness, right? And I was just wondering if it was something that has been, of course it's hard to be sick, but it's also like career change, right? Because you basically stepped up as a CEO a few years ago, and now you are changing your position. So was that directly because of the illness you did that, or?
Not only. I mean, okay, I'm not that old yet to not work anymore.
You don't look so old, right? So, how old are you?
I'm 51.
Okay, that's a good age.
Yes. When I talked about not standing still and stuff, you know, and that's what Stefan has been doing now for 5-6 years, also more on strategic stuff. You really have to invest time in that, you know, and that's why I said also to me, you know, let's split that from the operational level, and Daniel was there, perfect match, taking over. Yeah.
So it was a combination of many things, basically.
It was a combination of many things, yes.
And with your new role, is that a perfect fit for you, or?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I always was the type of guy that liked to talk to people, stakeholders and stuff like that, and also like to travel. So
will
I
you
have
get
more
opportunities
time
to do that now? Or?
Yeah, I have more time for that now, and I'm really looking forward also to that.
Yeah. And family and everything is. You have family?
I have family. Yeah.
Oh, you said you had 2 kids, right?
Yeah, 2 daughters. Yeah, Jana and Aline, and they're 21 and 22. Sorry, 20 and 21. I should know the age of my daughters. Yeah, exactly. Doing good. They're doing good, yeah.
It will be interesting to see if you at one point also get like female leadership, right?
Yeah, female on power, that's important. Yeah.
And I mean, I remember from last Hunkeler Innovation Days that a lot of people talked about that also you're bringing your entire family into this event, right? Where you have a kind of celebration. Is that because of France's birthday, or?
Not only, no. There's other events on Monday going on for France. You know, customers know that, printer vendors know that. But anyway, no, it's on Wednesday. We always have that on Wednesday. Yeah. That all the employees and the people that are retired get invited, and our families get invited. Yes,
and that is like something quite special, because you've done that always at Innovation Days, right?
Always. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yes, I was at Innovation Days. My first time I worked for that was 30 years ago.
30 years?
1993. I was a bus driver.
Really?
I just got off the army there, and I was looking for a job. So Franz gave me this job. I was a bus driver. It was not here in Lucerne yet. But that's exciting. I think at that time, that's why I mentioned it, at that time we already had that. That the employees were invited, you know, and their families, so they could see what do their husbands, do their wives and all that do all day long, you know, so they could see the machine and stuff like that running.
It's funny because we have discussions with our non-event. It's basically, we also invite our spouses, right? And for me, it's like, you know, we're traveling all the time. If you travel much, it's always good to have your family involved to see what is it we actually do, right?
It's very important, yeah.
And it is a family-driven company, right?
Yeah, it is. It is, yes. I mean, the CEO, of course, Daniel, he's not a Hunkeler. But
maybe almost an Hunkeler, right?
Yeah, he's blood. He has blue blood already and stuff like that.
Is that a requirement to get a Hunkeler tattoo?
Of course, yeah.
Fantastic. Last round of questions, Michel. Everything that we have been talking about right now is, of course, because of Hunkeler Innovation Days. I was just thinking that some people talk about the death of the printing industry, which I know we both disagree 100% in. But there is, of course, a lot of changes. Do you see Hunkeler at any point go into other directions, like, let's say, other types of finishing equipment, or maybe even other kind of product directions? Or is that okay? You see that?
I'm for sure, yes. I mean, I repeat myself again with the logistics, smart logistics things.
That is, of course, one thing, but that's a little bit tied to what you do now, right?
It is, but it also can be expanded to other industries.
That's true, yeah. So that is basically diversification of your customer base, basically.
Absolutely, yeah.
I was also thinking that when you look at the precision of your all your equipment today, with the cut stackers, the unwinders, the rewinders, and I mean the creasings, the flow folders, everything basically, right? It seems to me that also the precision is now capable of at high speed actually doing thicker material. So it could also be something that might be interesting for packaging converters at some point.
Oh yeah, this is for sure. I mean, we already are in the packaging, as you said, with unwinder, for example, not the thick, very thick packaging stuff. Yeah. But as you said, it's very related to it, Yeah. So
Innovation Day starts in 2 days from now. How does your calendar look? Is it tight?
It is tight. That's why I'm so excited about it. When I look who I'm actually have the honor to meet, it's incredible. It's fantastic. People give a lot of appreciation about that event, and of course we appointed some meeting with people that you never would get in touch without having Innovation Days, and that's fantastic. So yeah, my schedule is full.
Yeah, and. We spoke about some questions I wanted to talk to you about, and I can't remember them right now, but we spoke about the strategic direction of I think we spoke a little bit about that. We spoke about also Donnie taking over the leadership. Is there anything that you would like to add to the conversation here?
Not much, actually, except for thanking you and your team, to be here. That's a very important factor, to carry out all the voice of our industry, to the world. And especially you guys with social media, have done a tremendous job on that, That's it. And other than that, I just say everybody should stay healthy. Yeah. And this is very important. And let's develop the market together. The industry is still at its beginning, I would say. Of course, it's there. But the inkjet especially, great development, but there's much more to come.
And it's funny you mentioned that, because with the 100th anniversary, it's still a very young industry, right?
It is, yeah. Thanks a lot. Morten, thanks a lot.
Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks.